Okay, we have to talk today again soil microbiology and bioremediation because in this semester we have to talk the microorganisms which are present in soil. So most of the microbial population is present on soil surface that is responsible to maintain the life on this globe and on planet. So before this we have to answer this question how soil has been formed. We have talked on various aspects, weathering, physical weathering, chemical weathering, parent material of rocks. We have talked on many things and procedures which are going to be used, which are involved in soil formation, such as chemical weathering, physical weathering, and dislocation of materials from one place to another place due to environment. So today we have to talk again soil texture and soil structure. The soil which is present on this globe and is called, sometimes it is called sandy soil. It has been classified into various groups: sandy soil, fertile soil, loamy soil, clay soil, on which basis it has been formed. So we have to talk soil texture and soil structure. Soil texture and soil structure. In soil texture, properties of different size particles present in soil. Soil texture will tell us properties of proportions of different size particles present in soil. Because in soil texture, proportion or specific ratio is important in formation of soil. So what means of soil texture? Proportions of different size particles present in soil. सॉइल के अंदर जो मुख्तलिफ कंपोनेंट्स मौजूद हैं, मेन कंपोनेंट्स हमने प्रीवियस क्लास में पढ़े, दैट वाज मिनरल्स, ऑर्गेनिक मटेरियल, water and air. Air was 25, water was 25, 45 was mineral content, and 5% was organic material. When we are coming in soil texture, we are looking the proportion of different particles which are present in soil. And what is soil structure? The arrangement of the sand, silt, and clay particles within the soil is called soil structure. Soil texture is proportion of the present particles in soil, and the soil structure is arrangement of sand, silt, and clay particles within the soil, because these are the basic components of soil: sand, silt, and clay. These are the arrangement of the sand, silt, and clay particles within the soil is responsible of this soil structure. So here we are going in detail general properties of three major inorganic soil particles. It means composition of minerals of soil, properties of three major inorganic soil particles. Okay. Property, means of observation, कैसी दिखाई दे, क्या देख सकते हैं? सैंड, सैंड का जो डायमीटर है 0.5 to 2 mm can be seen by naked eye, and silt particles, it ranges in size 0.002 to to 0.05 mm, and clay is less than 0.002 mm. Okay, this is the property. Sand, silt, and clay. Mean of observation. Can we see it or not? Sand particles we can see it directly, naked eyes, and silt we cannot see. We need microscope. And clay particles we can see by electron microscope. So these are the basic components of the mineral. So these small particles and fractions has been formed due to weathering, chemical weathering, physical weathering, dislocation, and time have played a vital role in formation of these particles from its parent material. Time played a vital role in formation of these particles on this globe. So some become very small, and similar. Dominant mineral, sand is primary mineral. It not has been too much oxidized or has been converted because it is primary mineral. Silt, primary and secondary mineral. Primary and secondary mineral. And clay is secondary mineral. What means by secondary mineral? Any mineral, any compound has been formed due to any chemical reaction with primary metal, with primary minerals, either that reacted with oxygen, either that reacted with hydrogen, either that reacted with carbon and formed these silt and clay, but particles are very small, only can be seen by microscope, electron microscope or microscope. But sand is primary because it is going to be processed. Gradually sand किस चीज में convert होगा? Sand silt में convert होगा और silt particles मजीद जब छोटे हो जाएंगे due to weathering वो मजीद clay में convert हो जाएंगे because this is primary mineral, this is secondary mineral, and this is secondary mineral due to reaction. Number 3, attraction of particles for each other. Attraction कि कितनी sand particles के दरमियान जो attraction between sand particles is very low because sand से हम कोई भी चीज नहीं बना सकते. जब छोटे थे हम रेत से जब खेलते थे तो वो रेत को हम थोड़ा सा वो बनाते थे लेकिन वो टूटकर गिर जाता था. दोबारा बनाने लग जाते थे उसको और शाम तक यही कार्रवाई लगी रही, बनता नहीं था. वजह क्या है? लॉ अट्रैक्शन. आज पता चल रहा है कि इसलिए नहीं बनता. Silt, when we are making gola from this soil, if silt is majority over there, so it is attraction power is medium. वो एक दूसरे को अट्रैक्ट कर लेते हैं, कुछ हद तक वो जुड़ कर रह सकता है सिल्ट. और क्ले में जो अट्रैक्शन पावर है क्ले पार्टिकल्स में दैट इज टू हाई. जिसे हम क्या कहते हैं? चिकनी मिट्टी कहते हैं ना, जो कि बिल्कुल अगर गारा जो मकानों में या उसमें दीवारों में जो चीजें बनाते हैं या जिससे आप ये बर्तन जो बनाते हैं मटके जो चीजें जो बनती हैं उसके रीजन क्या है? द अट्रैक्शन पावर बिटवीन पार्टिकल्स इज टू हाई. सिल्ट पार्टिकल्स में लिटिल बिट लेस, लेकिन सैंड पार्टिकल्स में उससे कम. लेकिन उससे बड़े में आते हैं हम ग्रेवल्स की बात करते हैं तो दैट हैव मोर. बजरी को हम आपस में जोड़ सकते हैं? नो. लेकिन when it will go, bajri, sand, silt will go through process, through weathering, either chemical weathering, physical weathering, moment whatsoever is there, these will be converted into this. Attraction of particles for water. It means water holding capacity. Attraction of soil particles for water. In sand, sand cannot hold water. It can hold just little water, less water. Water holding capacity is low. In silt, it is medium. In clay, it is too high. So how much it will be fine is small if we can see this thing with electron microscope. So it means it converts it into its basic unit. Ability to hold chemical nutrients and supply them to plants. This is the main property of soil. Ability to hold chemical nutrients and supply them to plants. Suppose such chemicals which are soluble in water, and if those are present in sand, what will be? In sand, न्यूट्रिएंट्स जो पानी में डिजोल्व है, अगर हम उसको सैंड के ऊपर पोर करेंगे, व्हाट विल बी? इट विल बी सीप डाउन, इट विल बी लीच डाउन, चला जाएगा, नहीं वहां पर न्यूट्रिएंट्स होल्ड नहीं होंगे. इसलिए हम सैंडी सॉइल्स को क्या कहते हैं? दीज सॉइल्स आर अनफर्टाइल बिकॉज दीज आर नॉट गुड फॉर प्रोडक्टिविटी. रीजन क्या है? Having no ability to hold the water and having no ability to hold the nutrients. Therefore, we are saying in silt it is also little bit low. Here very low. Here is low. Here it is high. Why? What is the reason? Because there is very small space between the molecules, between the particles. So water molecules cannot pass from those spaces. Nutrient molecules which are soluble in water, they have no ability to pass between those molecules. Compact and welcome. And here why? Because there is bigger space between soil molecules to for the travel of water molecules with the nutrients. And here, very big space to travel the water molecules from one place to another place. Consistency property when consistency property when wet. जब soil के अंदर, when we are adding water in soil, that will be wet. Okay, this is understood phenomena, but consistency is loose. पानी मिलाने के बावजूद भी वो कोई गाढ़ी चीज नहीं बनती है उससे. That is loose because water holding capacity is very less. Molecular size of sand particles is very big. And there is no attraction between molecules, between particles. Therefore, it is loose and gradient. Silt particles, these will form smooth. जब आप उसको पानी के साथ मिक्स करते हैं, it will be very smooth. And it is very healthy. Consistency very strong, sticky and plastic type will form. Will be sticky and plastic form. Consistency properties when dry, very loose and gritty, either that is dry. Powdery some clouds, कुछ ढीले बन जाते हैं cloud, hard cloud, इसके बहुत सारे ढीले बन जाते हैं, जैसे उसको क्या कहते हैं, क्ले वाली मिट्टी, गारी मिट्टी को उसको हम आसानी से नहीं तोड़ सकते, वो बहुत सख्त पार्टिकल्स होते हैं. तो रीजन क्या है? Why these are too hard? Why clay particles have everything very high? क्यों? Due to less space, small size, less space between molecules, and high attraction power. अट्रैक्शन पावर ज्यादा है। क्या चीज हम बता रहे हैं? सबसे ऊपर मेजर इनऑर्गेनिक प्रॉपर्टीज, general properties of three major inorganic soil particles. When these three are present in a specific ratio in soil, if some soil can contain high content of sand compared to these two, we are saying it is sandy soil. When these particles are too much compared to these two, we are saying it is clay soil. When silt particles are too much compared to these two, we are saying it is silty soil. So, soil organic matter. हमने इससे पहले क्या चीज बात की? हमने इनऑर्गेनिक मिनरल्स कौन से तीन चीजें हैं? There are three components of inorganic: sand, silt, and clay. Clay are very small particles which have high attraction power, high water holding capacity, very small, and it makes structure of soil very hard and plasticky. Soil organic matter comprises an accumulation of partially disintegrated and decomposed plant and animal residues and other organic compounds synthesized by soil microbes as the decay occurs. ये लंबा चौड़ा जुमला हो रहा है। यहाँ तक what is soil organic matter? What is organic soil? Soil organic matter comprises an accumulation of partially disintegrated or decomposed plant and animal residues and other organic compounds synthesized by soil microbes as the decay occurs. Whatsoever living organism is going to die and its body is going into soil that decomposes completely or partially, that is called soil organic matter. Either that is plant, either that is animal, either that is microorganism. Whatsoever living organism is on this globe, when it is going to die and its dead body is going into the soil that is decomposed by microorganisms and either partially, either completely. So that is called organic soil, organic matter. That material is continuously being broken down and resynthesized by soil microorganisms. इसको दूसरा जुमला करते हैं आप। This one. Organic matter is broken down continuously and resynthesized, reproduced by planet, by soil, by organism. जैसे एक प्लांट की डेथ हो जाती है, एक प्लांट डिकम्पोज हो जाता है, उसके बदले 3-4 पौधे नीचे से निकल रहे हो। जब उनकी डेथ हो रही होती है उसको कुछ दूसरे दरख्त निकल रहे हो। या सपोज इफ वी आर लुकिंग टुवर्ड्स आवर क्रॉपिंग सिस्टम, एक फसल जमीन के ऊपर से जब हम हटा देते हैं फिर दूसरी ग्रो होना शुरू हो जाती है। सो ऑर्गेनिक मैटर कंटिन्यूअसली फॉर्म and continuously broken down. That is a cycle, life cycle. Organic material is continually being broken down and resynthesized by soil microorganisms. Soil microorganism as well as soil plant, animal, whatsoever there is, everyone is reproducing. Suppose we have a small animal, After some time it will be big. When it will die or it will be slaughtered, it will be consumed and it will be converted into organic matter and again it will be grown. Consequently, due to this reason, consequently organic matter is a rather transitory soil constituent lasting for a few hours to several hundred years. Consequently, organic matter is a rather transitory soil constituent. It is a transitory soil constituent lasting for few hours to several hundred years. कभी कभार बाज़ जगहों पर ये 100 सालों तक भी ऑर्गेनिक मैटर नहीं होता है, जैसे बड़े बड़े सहरा डिजर्ट्स हैं वहां पर मौजूद नहीं है ऑर्गेनिक मटेरियल. And if you will see the terra preta soils of the Colombia, you will find the most fertile lands of the world having carbon and organic material more than 6 times compared to adjacent soils and other soils. Organic matter binds with mineral particles into granules that are largely responsible for the loose, easily managed condition of productive soil and increases the number of water a soil can hold. What happens now? This organic matter is present in soil in different forms. What it will do? It will bind with silt, sand, and clay. So what will be? It will form a granule. It will form a granule. Dila banega. And it have ability more water. More water holding capacity. More oxygen. More water, more oxygen. More nutrients. And space for roots. So when organic material is present in soil, either which type of soil is there, that is considered the most good soil. So what happens? Organic matter binds with mineral particles into granule form, into aggregate form that are largely responsible for the loose, easily managed condition of productive soils. When you will add organic material in our soil, that will be little bit loose and will create space for the proliferation and penetration of plant roots into the soil. You are getting this point. अगर soil बहुत ज़्यादा compact होगी तो क्या वहाँ plant roots penetrate कर सकेंगे? नहीं कर सकेंगे. जैसे उसको हम क्या कहते हैं, चिकनी मिट्टी के अंदर हम गंदम या दूसरी फसलें आराम से काश्त नहीं कर सकते. इसी तरह सैंडी सॉइल में भी हम काश्त नहीं कर सकते. तो व्हाट वी आर डूइंग, वी आर एडिंग ऑर्गेनिक मटेरियल. हम उसमें फर्टिलाइजर देते हैं और मेन्योर फर्टिलाइजर या क्रॉप रेजिड्यूज उसके अंदर ऐड कर देते हैं. What happens? That increases the space between molecules where air can penetrate, where water can penetrate, where plant roots can penetrate, and giving permission for the growth of plant. It is also major soil source of phosphorus and sulfur and the primary source of nitrogen. Three major essential elements, phosphorus, sulfur and nitrogen, is provided by organic material to soil. because these have ability to absorb phosphorus, sulfur and nitrogen from deep soils as well as microbial communities. These are fixing into organic form from environment. So organic matter provides these three basic elements for plant growth. So organic matter is too important. Again we can see what is organic matter. Every organic matter comprises an accumulation of partially disintegrated and decomposed plant and animal residues. प्लांट और एनिमल से रिलेटेड जो भी चीज ग्लोब के ऊपर मौजूद है either that is completely decomposed or partially decomposed, it is considered a organic material or synthesized by microorganisms, not chemically synthesized. That have a very important role in soil. Organic matter, including plant and animal residues, is the main source of energy for soil organisms. This is the main point. If there is no organic material in soil, no source of energy for soil microorganisms, because the microorganism which can get energy from inorganic material, that is very minute and very small in number. So most of the microbial populations, they are getting energy from organic material which is present in soil. Organic matter including plant and animal dead bodies is the main source of energy for the soil organisms, microorganisms especially. Without it, biochemical activity would come to their stand still. If there is no organic material in soil, every biological activity, biochemical activity will be just we are looking in deserts, sands में कोई biochemical activity नहीं हो रही है. इसका मतलब है वहाँ if there is no biochemical activity, no plant growth, no microbial growth, no animal survive, no nothing is there. Similarly, if we are looking in rocks or you can say in land where soil is very compact, no life can grow over there. In addition to the original plant and animal residues and to their partial breakdown product, soil organic matter includes complex compounds that are relatively resistant to decay. Animals and plants, they are adding organic form to soil. Okay, this is one statement. And second, the form of organic matter which is contributed into soil is a little bit complex, such as bone, hair, and that is unusual for this like a soil microorganism. Suppose lignin and cellulose, this material is little bit resistant, little bit difficult and complex for the microorganism. In addition to the original plant and animal residues and to their partial breakdown products, soil organic matter includes complex compounds that are relatively resistant to the decay. Suppose bones, when we are adding bones into the soil, it takes maybe 100 years, 50 years to be completely decomposed. When we are adding a tree, a wood material into the soil, it will take maybe more than 10 साल तक भी दरख्त हमने देखे हैं कि जंगल के ऊपर पड़े हुए हैं, लेकिन अभी तक कंप्लीटली डिकम्पोज नहीं हुए. कोई 30 साल 40 साल से भी पड़े हुए होते. What is the reason? Reason is that the nature of organic material which has been produced in plant and in animals that is little bit complex, and the microbial populations which are present in soil, they will take time to decompose. और उसमें भी क्या होता है, सब गुड मटेरियल जो मौजूद है या जो एनिमल डेड बॉडीज मौजूद है, उसमें जो सॉफ्ट पार्टिकल्स हैं, सॉफ्ट साइड्स हैं, दैट इज डिकम्पोज्ड फर्स्टली बाय माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म। उसको माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म पहले डिकम्पोज करते हैं, जहां जहां पर सॉफ्ट या लेस कॉम्प्लेक्स ऑर्गेनिक मटेरियल मौजूद होता है, माइक्रोब्स आर डिकम्पोज इन दैट फर्स्ट। These complex materials, along with some that are synthesized by the soil microbes, are collectively known as humus. अब यही मटेरियल, ऑर्गेनिक मटेरियल डिकम्पोज हुआ, कुछ नहीं हुआ, सॉइल के अंदर इसी तरह पड़ा रहा, और कुछ क्या किया, माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म ने अपनी बॉडी से प्रोड्यूस किया। ये दोनों सॉइल के अंदर क्या होते हैं, कंबाइन होते हैं। एक तरफ प्लांट ब्रेकडाउन, प्लांट की डिकम्पोजिशन, एनिमल्स की डिकम्पोजिशन किसकी वजह से होती है सॉइल के अंदर, ड्यू टू माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म। एंड व्हेन माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स आर कंज्यूमिंग दिस plant material as well as animal bodies, they are producing some chemical, increasing their population, so they are releasing some chemical. These chemicals are going to mix with the remaining organic material, and collectively that is called humus. This material is usually black and brown in color, is very fine colloidal in nature, जेली नुमा होता है, उसको ह्यूमस कहते हैं। जमीन का रंग जो ब्लैक होता है या ब्राउन होता है, उसको हम अच्छी सॉइल कहते हैं। रीजन क्या है, दोज कंटेन ऑर्गेनिक मटेरियल, एंड ऑर्गेनिक मटेरियल इज प्रेजेंट इन फॉर्म ऑफ ह्यूमस। ह्यूमस इज कंपोजिशन ऑफ डेड प्लांट मटेरियल, that animal materials and chemicals produced by microorganisms. That is a mixture. बोला करना। So this when humus is present in soil, so those soils are considered most fertile soil. Go for next. Okay. सॉइल ऑर्गेनिक मटेरियल पर बात हो गई, सॉइल मिनरल्स पर बात हो गई, सॉइल ऑर्गेनिक मटेरियल पर बात की। नाउ वी हैव टू टॉक ऑन सॉइल वाटर। सॉइल के जो बेसिक तीन कंपोनेंट थे, तीन से चार ऑर्गेनिक मटेरियल, वाटर, एयर, मिनरल। मिनरल्स पर हमने बात की, मिनरल कंपोजिशन पर, मिनरल पार्टिकल्स पर और उनकी प्रॉपर्टीज पर बात की हमने। सॉइल ऑर्गेनिक मैटर जो 5% है, उस पर हमने बात की कि वो कहाँ से आता है और उसका क्या फंक्शन है। और अब हम सॉइल वाटर की बात करते हैं। Water was present at 25% in soil, and it is important for the routine and the normal functions of the soil. Water is held in the soil for varying degree of density depending on the amount of water present and the size of the pores. So two things are playing very vital role in water content of soil. One is pore size. If pore size of soil is very small, water holding capacity, while uh, density is very high. अगर सॉइल के पार्टिकल्स के दरमियान पोर साइज बहुत कम होगा तो उसमें वाटर होल्डिंग कैपेसिटी अच्छी खासी ज्यादा होगी. दैट विल होल्ड वाटर फॉर लॉन्गर टाइम, दैट विल होल्ड मोर वाटर, एंड वाटर विल बी slowly evaporate or slowly released from such particles. Water is held in the soil for varying degree of density depending on the amount of water present and the size of the pore. If size of pore is bigger, what will be? It will be evaporate or water will be sink down to it is underground aquifers. Water will sink down. Suppose sandy soil, if you will put a glass of water, what will be? That will go down. Why? Particle size is bigger and pore size is bigger. There is too much space between sand particles and the water molecules that rapidly will travel through gravitational force and will go into the aquifers. If soil is clay, such as matka, matka is made up of soil and mostly content which is present in matka mitti, that is clay, and the clay molecules are very small and having high attraction force, therefore water molecules cannot pass through. So water remains there for longer time. Together with the soluble constituents including nutrient elements e.g. calcium, phosphorus, nitrogen and potassium. These are the basic nutrients of soil for the plant growth which are required. Soil water makes up the soil solution which is the critical medium for supplying nutrients to growing plants. Okay. If water holding capacity is enough, water holding capacity of soil is enough, what will be? These calcium, phosphorus, nitrogen plus K. These will be mixed with water plus H2O. So what will be? What we call it? If water contains calcium, phosphorus, nitrogen, potassium and water, this is a solution. And that solution normally is called safe solution. Water makes up the soil solution. This is soil. Because soil pores are very small and it cannot pass from here. It cannot pass. So every nutrient whatsoever is present in soil that is soluble with water. तो क्या समझते हैं हम, जमीन के अंदर अगर वो उसका पोर साइज छोटा है, जमीन से पानी आसानी से जमीन के अंदर जज्ब भी नहीं होता, इधर उधर भी नहीं जाता, व्हाट विल बी? न्यूट्रिएंट्स जो वहां पर मौजूद हैं वो उस पानी के अंदर डिजोल्व हो. अगर डिजोल्व हो गए तो इसका मतलब है वहां पर जो भी प्लांट ग्रो करेगा वो उस प्लांट के अंदर आसानी से उस प्लांट को आसानी से वो अवेलेबल होंगे, एब्जॉर्ब होंगे. अब यहाँ पर अगर हम प्लांट ग्रो कर लेते हैं इसके ऊपर, now plant roots easily can absorb these all nutrients from here. So whatsoever calcium plus phosphorus plus nitrogen plus potassium, these all things are available for plant growth. So such soils give most production. Soil water makes up the soil solution, which is critical medium for supplying nutrients to growing plants. The movement can be in any direction, downward in response to gravity, upward as water moves to the soil surface to replace the lost by evaporation, and in any direction towards plant root as they absorb this important liquid. Okay, this thing is very important. Suppose if there is, यहाँ पर ये सारे solution की form में मौजूद हैं, आप सिर्फ एक मिनट के लिए अपनी तवज्जो को यहाँ पर कुछ कीजिएगा। यहाँ पर वाटर मॉलिक्यूल्स मौजूद है, उसके अंदर सारे न्यूट्रिएंट्स डिसॉल्व्ड फॉर्म में मौजूद है। सपोज कुछ वाटर यहाँ से एवापोरेट हो रहा है, तो वाटर मॉलिक्यूल्स क्या करेंगे, उस जगह को फिल करने के लिए ऊपर की तरफ मूव करेंगे। Water molecules will move upward to occupy the blank space. Evaporation की वजह से जो जगह खाली हुई है वहां पर वो मॉलिक्यूल्स चले जाएंगे और अपने साथ वही न्यूट्रिशन नीचे से अपने साथ लेकर जाएंगे, क्योंकि एवरीथिंग इज डिसॉल्व्ड। दूसरा, अगर ये चीज नहीं है तो ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स, अगर फोर्स साइज थोड़ा ज्यादा है तो ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स के थ्रू ये जमीन की तरफ सारे न्यूट्रिएंट्स को नीचे की तरफ ले जाएंगे। अगर प्लांट मौजूद है तो प्लांट रूट उसको अपनी तरफ एब्जॉर्ब कर लेंगे। एक कतरा, एक ड्रॉपलेट वहां पर रूट तक पहुंच गया, उसको रूट ने एब्जॉर्ब कर दिया, स्पेस खाली हो गई, उस स्पेस को फिल करने के लिए दूसरा वाटर मॉलिक्यूल उस तरफ मूव करेगा। तो जिसका जोर ज्यादा होगा वाटर मॉलिक्यूल उसकी तरफ मूवमेंट कर देंगे। सो दिस गाय इज सेइंग द सेम थिंग। The movement can be in any direction. ऊपर की तरफ भी होती है, हो सकती है, जमीन के नीचे की तरफ भी हो सकती है, प्लांट रूट्स की तरफ भी हो सकती है। डायरेक्शन डाउनवर्ड इन रिस्पॉन्स टू द ग्रेविटी, जमीन के अंदर जा सकते हैं। अपवर्ड एज वाटर मूव्स टू द सॉइल सरफेस टू रिप्लेस दैट लॉस्ट बाय एवापोरेशन। एवापोरेशन की वजह से ऊपर से जो मॉलिक्यूल्स वाटर के रिप्लेस हुए उस जगह को ऑक्युपाई करने के लिए उस तरफ भी मूव कर सकते हैं। एंड इन एनी डायरेक्शन टुवर्ड्स प्लांट रूट एज दे एब्जॉर्ब दिस इंपॉर्टेंट लिक्विड, क्योंकि उनकी खुराक उसके अंदर मौजूद है, एब्जॉर्ब फॉर्म में मौजूद है न्यूट्रिएंट। Although some of the soil moisture is removed by the growing plants, जिसको आप respiration कहते हैं, respiration also removing some water from soil, so the removed water is again going to be charged. Some remains in the tiny pores and in then filled around soil particles. The soil solid strongly attract the soil water and consequently compete for it with plant roots. Soil solid strongly attract the soil water and consequently compete for it with plant roots. क्योंकि अगर सैंड के अंदर, डिजर्ट के अंदर हमको प्लांट ग्रो करते हैं तो वो वहां ग्रो नहीं होता है। रीजन क्या है? कंपटीशन में ग्रेविटेशनल जो फोर्स है वो जीत जाती है, पानी का जो भी मॉलिक्यूल होगा वो डाउन साइड में सिंक हो जाएगा। और इसी तरह जो क्लेई सॉइल है उसका पार्टिकल साइज, जो पोर साइज इतना स्मॉल होता है कि वो वाटर मॉलिक्यूल को दूसरी तरफ से इस तरफ आने नहीं देते और रूट को भी पेनिट्रेट होकर वहां जाने नहीं देते। सॉइल सॉल्यूशन, ये कब से कब तक है वाली क्लास? 1:10 तक, ठीक है। सो सॉइल सॉल्यूशन नेक्स्ट, सेम soil solution, nutrients which are dissolved in soil water is called a soil solution. The soil solution contains small but significant quantities of soluble inorganic and organic compounds. Soil solution contains inorganic minerals as well as organic minerals. Inorganic compounds. Some of it contain elements that are essential for plant growth. जो भी चीज यहाँ पर डिजोल्व फॉर्म में है, चाहे वो ऑर्गेनिक एसिड्स हैं, ऑर्गेनिक मॉलिक्यूल्स हैं या इनऑर्गेनिक मॉलिक्यूल्स हैं, these are essential for plant growth. Critical property of the soil solution is it is acidity or alkalinity. ये मेन चीज. Sometimes we are classifying soil on basis of pH. If pH of soil is low, we are saying that these are acidic soils, and if pH is too high, we are saying that alkaline soil. So alkaline soil will support unique type of plant, specific fauna, and acidic soil will support specific fauna. Many chemical and biological reactions are dependent on the level of pH. So every soil is important. Many biochemical, chemical and biological reactions are dependent on the level of pH in the soil. So sometimes we are considering that soil is living entity. जमीन एक जानदार चीज है, क्योंकि उसमें बायोकेमिकल रिएक्शन जो हो रहे होते हैं, जिंदगी वहां से जन्म ले रही होती है और उसके लिए जितनी जरूरी चीजें हैं वो सब जमीन से मयसर हो रही होती है. जितना रॉ मटेरियल है उस रॉ मटेरियल को बेसिक एलिमेंट्स में कन्वर्ट करने की सलाहियत इसमें मौजूद है. So pH is also important. Varying pH performs various type of chemical reaction. Different type of biochemical, biological or biochemical reactions are taking place. So if you will see, suppose in acidic soil we are growing tea plants. In alkaline soil we are growing those plants which can grow easily in alkaline environment. These levels influence the solubility. एक और इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट है जो पीएच वो एलिमेंट्स को, न्यूट्रिएंट्स को डिसॉल्व होने में भी मदद करता है. सपोज अगर सॉइल का सॉल्यूशन अल्कलाइन है तो जितनी चीजें अल्कलाइन पीएच में डिसॉल्व हैं वो उसमें डिसॉल्व हो जाएंगी. और अगर किसी सॉइल का पीएच एसिडिक है तो जितनी भी चीजें एसिडिक सॉल्यूशंस में डिसॉल्व हैं वो उसमें डिसॉल्व हो जाएंगी. और क्या होगा, consequently what will be, these will be available for the absorption of plant roots. These will be available for the growth of plant. These will be available for the growth of microbes. These will be available for the growth of fungi. pH is responsible to perform various type of biological activities in soil as well as for the solubility of different elements in solution, and in turn the availability to plants of several essential nutrients elements such as iron, magnesium, phosphorus, zinc and mobility. जितने भी माइक्रो न्यूट्रिएंट्स हैं वो सब के सब सॉइल पीएच की वजह से प्लांट को मयसर होते हैं. तो सॉइल सॉल्यूशंस में क्या चीज है? सॉइल सॉल्यूशन कंटेन डिफरेंट माइक्रो एंड मैक्रो न्यूट्रिएंट्स इन इट, and due to different pH which are influencing the solubility of different nutrients are micro and macronutrients into water solution. If these will be soluble in water, so these can be easily absorbed by plant roots. क्लियर? लिखिए सबने। ठीक, पानी चाहिए, इनको पानी ला कर दे दे, पानी पिला तंबे में होगा। भाई इतने रिक्वेस्ट की आप कह रहे हैं। The concentration of pH को सिर्फ हम कंप्लीट करते हैं। The concentration of hydrogen and hydroxide ions in solution which is present in soil, पौधों की जड़ों में जो पानी मौजूद है, जो सोल्यूशन मौजूद है, उसमें हाइड्रोजन या हाइड्रोक्साइड आयन की जो कंसंट्रेशन है commonly ascertained by determining its pH. Technically, the pH is the negative logarithmic of, okay, वो कहानी 9th वाली शुरू की, logarithm of the concentration of hydrogen ion in the soil solution. Thus, each unit change in pH represents a tenfold change in the activity of the hydrogen and hydroxyl ion acidity. अब अगर दोनों का हाइड्रोक्साइड आयन और हाइड्रोजन आयन दोनों बराबर मिकदार में हो तो उसको हम कहते हैं न्यूट्रल। और मोस्ट ऑफ द केमिकल्स, मेजॉरिटी ऑफ केमिकल्स या न्यूट्रिएंट्स सॉल्युबल हैं आपके न्यूट्रल pH के अंदर, and everyone is trying to go towards the neutral, but it is impossible. If hydrogen ion is low, it is acidic. Hydrogen ion is high, it is acidic. If hydrogen ion is low and hydroxyl ion is high, it is alkaline. So this type of soil also support for the growth of different plants, acidic soil, little range, different plants. Can grow in acidic environment. Plant plus microbes. और यहाँ पर can grow in alkaline pH, and the majority are growing in this in neutral pH. Majority is growing all this. Here and like सॉइल के अंदर जो सॉल्यूशन है उसकी हम बात कर रहे हैं, उसका जो है उस सॉल्यूशन के अंदर मैक्रोन्यूट्रिएंट्स, कैल्शियम, फास्फोरस, नाइट्रोजन वगैरह सब सॉल्युबल होते हैं, और उसके साथ साथ माइक्रोन्यूट्रिएंट्स भी उसके अंदर सॉल्युबल होते हैं। और पीएच जो है ना, पीएच आल्सो सपोर्ट, क्योंकि अल्कलाइन पीएच सपोर्ट करता है टू डिसॉल्व, टू सॉल्युबलाइज द कंपाउंड्स व्हिच आर इजीली सॉल्युबलाइज्ड इन alkaline pH. Acidic pH supports to solubilize all those elements which are soluble in acidic pH, and mostly every living organism lives in neutral pH, but that is very difficult to maintain. चलो यहाँ तक हम स्टॉप करते हैं और आंसर क्वेश्चन का सेशन अब हम शुरू करते हैं। ठीक।